Warriors, let's get to it. I know you're probably full from your Thanksgiving festivities and dinners and brunches today and all that, but remember, we here at the Warriors always say remain vigilant. We must never give in or give up 24/7, 365. The next 4 years are going to be the make or break it time. We firmly believe that. Let me talk about something. The Australian Parliament just yesterday banned social media for 16 years old and under. In other words, kids, right? We at the Warriors do not believe in banning anything. First of all, when I hear our governor, Kathy Hochul, I'm a resident of New York State, say we are going to follow suit, we like this. Let me ask you something. Banning. Banning only leads to black market, right? Banning only leads to the predators always find ways around everything. Banning only leads to when they talk about, let's see, perhaps we'll have the guardian, the parent, upload their personal ID, their passport, their driver's license. It's not going to work. Because even when I was looking into Australia and what they plan to do, how are they going to implement this, right? How is it going to actually be done, be carried out? Remember, words matter. First of all, they say this will not be implemented for 1 more year. They will hold tech platforms such as Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Reddit responsible with about $33 million in fines if they go against this new ban. How can you ban something and you don't have a plan in place? Now, remember, we're not about banning at all. We believe in guardrails. We believe in some sensible legislation. We believe in privacy. But as far as kids, let me tell you about Governor Kathy Hochul as an example. When she says we're getting cell phones out of schools, out of the classrooms by 2025 because of their distractions, and we all know the cell phones are distractions. We all know this with the kids. There is no plan in place for that as well, because let me let you in on something. New York State, New York City in particular, I'm very familiar with the curriculums. The teachers are giving assignments that must be done online. They do not have textbooks for certain subjects. Everything is given online, done online. How are you going to ban cell phones and or devices, right? Laptops, the Chromebooks, government issued. How are you going to do that when you're banning cell phones? And as far as cell phones, these government issued Chromebooks that were given out to the tune of, I don't know, millions across the United States during that COVID period. I don't even want to say that word. In New York City, for example, one of the main complaints, and maybe media should cover this a little bit. If your Chromebook was stolen, broken, misplaced, whatever the situation, a lot of them got stolen from students, right? And then they were sold again on the black market, on the street corners. You couldn't get a replacement. So kids, therefore, were forced to do their homework assignments on their cell phones because they had no other way to do it. They don't have a laptop at home. They don't have a Chromebook at home. They don't have access to even internet, a lot of inner city kids at home. So they would go to libraries. They would go to places like that. Excuse me for a minute. I get so worked up when I'm talking about these things. I get the allergies start coming out. So banning in Australia, and then to see headlines that, Kathy Hochul may be following suit in New York State, New York City, it's an impossible thing. We have been advocating for, as you know, the Kids Online Safety Act. It is a bipartisan piece of legislation. It is sponsored by Senator Marsha Blackburn, Tennessee, and Senator Richard Blumenthal from Connecticut. Democrat, Republican coming together to create the smallest amount of guardrails, which basically say big tech has a duty of care to protect kids. And I don't care what that might be. I'm not a big tech person as far as, the ins and outs and all that, but I know a lot of stuff, right? I talk to a lot of experts. Why not have big tech have more moderators to, if there's anything that will affect a minor, take it down immediately. Why? Let me just share with you, after all, on Twitter, shout out Elon Musk, thank you. When I got 2 notices today for putting information about our open borders, that I was told I could not post these tweets because, and they're so milquetoast, compared to what I see people posting, and we know on every platform, including X, Twitter, there are child exploitation videos, I'll put it like that, due to the algorithms. How dare X and Elon Musk tell me I can't post something because I say our open U.S. borders are a danger to hundreds of thousands of children? I'm very disappointed in that. So now we have Australia banning the first worldwide law, banning social media for 16s and under. And everybody's going wild how great this is. It is not great. You do not ban. You're still not holding big tech accountable. You are still not helping here in the United States. Why can't we? We are in a lame duck session of Congress right now, which is this kind of holiday period before the new Congress takes over, the new administration. We still have time, right? We still have about, let's see, 7 weeks or so to pass this bipartisan legislation, which is so minimal. Do you know, warriors, there has not been any kind of child safety legislation for big tech since 1998, the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act? Think about how long ago, almost 30 years ago. What's going on here? Yes, indeed, big tech makes a lot of money. Yes, big tech has lobbyists that get paid tons of money. My head is spinning. We also have Mark Zuckerberg visiting what they are terming now, coining, naming, whatever you want to call it, the Winter White House, which is Mar-a-Lago in Palm Beach down in Florida, West Palm. And you know what? That's well, good and fine that Zuckerberg is joining there. But I'm here to remind you, how many parents have we had over the last 4 years in particular traveling to Washington whose children have been harmed by something online, whether it's sextortion, it is bullying, it is eating disorders. We have all of that going on. It would be very simple for big tech to take some sort of accountability and be forced to take accountability for some guardrails on their end, right? Just take down any material that's not appropriate. But that would require moderators that have to get paid. We've heard the same arguments in Congress when they've been forced, the heads of big tech, including Mark Zuckerberg and TikTok and Snap, when they say we're doing our best. We don't have the money. We don't have the resources. Yes, you do. Do not lie to the American public and to the world. You are making billions upon billions on the backs of our children. So banning for the warriors, we don't agree with that. We want open and honest discussion. We want accountability with big tech. There is still time for all of you out there to write to your representatives. It's all it is an email. And if you're brave enough, you can make a phone call. You'll get a legislative aid, but they have to keep records. I've been in the offices. I know what they do. Urging your representatives support Kids Online Safety Act, KOSA. I'll have the information in the body of this video. It means nothing. But banning to me, bad word, right? Banning makes everybody go the total opposite way. Banning brings out the predators who are always 10 steps ahead of us and ahead of the government and law enforcement. That's just the way it is. They're a savvy, smart group. And you know what? We're allowing these criminals, these predators, further access to our kids by this banning, because kids are smart and they'll figure out ways around this. And in the meantime, it's a matter of a guardian or a parent, whatever the family dynamic. Again, they don't have a concrete plan on how they're banning all this in Australia or here in the United States, because there's been a lot of buzz about this, especially in my home state of New York, about we're going to be banning because they want adults to download their personal information. More of a privacy grab. We are against this totally. The American public is smart. We just need to educate them. We're not going to be having banning of social media. It is here to stay. But we need to come together and honor our warriors hashtag, which is community creates change. And we have to be those warriors that are at the helm, are at the leadership in understanding the information, understanding these headlines that are thrown out there do not work. And the most important thing is talking to our kids. Open, honestly, facts, and undoubtedly you pay for the internet. Undoubtedly you have bought these devices. As we go into the holiday season, the most requested gifts from kids, gaming, a new phone, a new laptop. If you're going to buy these devices, understand what goes on them. It is not your kids' devices. These are family devices. You're paying for it. Have the guardrails. Put them on yourself and act those PIN codes for the younger kids. We can't tell you at the Warriors what age to buy your children devices. We can tell you delay is the way. Why would a child, let's say 8th grade, less than 8th grade, need access? Because remember, giving these devices to your kids without any guardrails, discussion, taking precautions is opening up your front door and welcoming the world in. And I know you would never do that, right? Because we lock our front doors, or we should be. So think about all of this. Think about delay is the way. And if you say, well, because I get this pushback a lot, my child will feel left out, all the kids have it. There are plenty of companies like Gab, GABB.com. Again, I'll list it in the body of the video. Bark, BARK.US, which it looks just like an iPhone or just like the iWatch. But all it has is capabilities like the old flip phones and things. Think back a few decades of emails and also of contacting, mom or dad pre-programmed by text message, and grandma, grandpa, and friends that you help program in there. It has no internet access. And the kids can still feel like they're comfortable, they have a phone, and they can be, in control to something. Because remember that? Remember when that's all we as adults had when all this started? What is it, going on 4 decades ago, I guess by now? It's out of control. It's not coming back. Let's not let the powers that be decide for us. Banning does not work. Please always remember, I should have said it at the beginning of the video, subscribe to our channel. We need to build healthy algorithms. We need to build healthy warriors with information you probably are not hearing on other platforms, certainly not the mainstream media. Join the Warriors channel. We are the media in 2025 going forward. Whatever that traditional model of media is, no longer exists. Always dig deeper, vet your information, share facts, not fears. And always, 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 it is most important if your child is 2, your child is 22 or 42, hug and kiss your kids, right? We're the adults. Let's start acting like it. But banning doesn't work, Kathy Hochul. Does not work. Community creates change. Please share that hashtag. And you know what? Each and every day, go out and be a warrior.